r/AskReddit. What are some guy secrets girls don't know about? Many men have anxiety and or depression, but we will not talk about and will get moderately annoyed at you for bringing it up. Holy did this got gold. Thank you, kind stranger. I remember when I thought this was a successful post when it had only like 30 upvotes. A lot of women don't understand that it takes us a lot longer to figure out how we feel about something than most women. Give us time to process and we'll bring it up if and when we want to talk about it. But don't try to push us to be emotional, since most men aren't as driven by feelings as most women. Sometimes we pee on the poo stains in the toilet because we are too lazy to use the scrub. I don't know who complained, but the way I see, we do a fine great work. Sometimes we don't talk to people cause we don't want to intimidate them. I might see a girl with a cool shirt on, but I don't want to make her think I'm coming on to her or something. Rather than freak her out that a 6'6" guy thinks she looks good today, I just leave her alone. Especially if we are on an elevator or something where she can't leave, if she actually is uncomfortable. If we haven't carried in all the shopping in one go, we haven't done it right. IDK if other guys feel this too, but I'm always afraid of accidentally making women feel uncomfortable in my presence. For example, when I happen to walk in the same direction as a woman in front of me for a while and am not even interested in women in the first place. If you compliment my appearance, I will probably remember forever. I still remember when a girl in college told me I looked nice with my beard when I first grew it out. I've had a beard ever since. I'm a woman. In college I complimented this random guy in line for coffee that he smelled really nice. It wasn't a pickup line or anything, I just enjoyed complimenting people. About a year later we ended up having a class together and I didn't recognize him at all. He came up to me and thanked me again for the compliment I gave him a year ago and said he hasn't forgotten about how nice that was for a stranger to be so upfront and to compliment him. We'll be married 7 years in June. Edit. Thank you for my first medal. I love sharing this story. Men have a box that our minds go into. It's called the nothing box. So next time you ask a man what he's thinking about and he answers with nothing, there is a good chance he's telling you the truth. After a shower, we have no problem drying our balls and face with the same towel. Most of the time we try to dry the face first, then the sack. But sometimes we have to go back to the face. We just hope we use an uncontaminated part of the towel. Edit. Uncontaminated. My balls are clean after a shower. Just, you know. Wiping the balls then wiping my face is just kind of, yay. And then by the next day the towel forgets and it resets. Truly one of nature's miracles. As an older man, we don't expect you to look like a supermodel as we age together. Yes, at times I do see you as I did 30 years ago, and every wrinkle and flaw disappears. Yes, there are times I see every wrinkle and flaw, and know how you got every one of them. They are beautiful too. This comment will be buried, but those perfectly round toilets suck. It's super annoying when your junk touches the inside of the toilet bowl. The oval toilets like in most public toilets are much better. Your chances of getting what you want out of us are infinitely higher if you tell us directly. I can vouch for this. I was upset with myself for not picking up what I thought were clear hints when he responded frustrated with, "I don't understand hints, just tell me what you want, woman." He really helped me communicate better. I don't know why we grow up thinking we can't directly ask for things. It's not uncommon for us to genuinely think you're beautiful without any makeup. We don't care how popular or unpopular you are with other women. So it shouldn't factor into how you value yourself when dating. Edit. Thanks for the gold internet stranger. When people come crying to us, our first inclination is to fix the problem. Since this is often not possible, lead with something along the lines of, "Can I vent for a minute?" Or anything that signals to us this is just a time for active listening rather than a problem solving session. When we want to be alone, it's not that we don't want to be around you, it's that we don't want to be around anyone for a bit. If we tie down anything in the back of a pickup truck or trailer, it's physically impossible for us not to stand back and say that's not going anywhere. This is shockingly accurate. might even be accompanied by shaking the object a bit and looking at your friend for confirmation that he also saw how much it's not going anywhere. Edit. Silver? Thank you so much. No matter how poorly secured the object may be, you can always guarantee that's not going anywhere. These guy secrets seem to fall into 3 areas: male genitalia, toilet habits, and the lack of psychic powers when it comes to women. Got it? We really do think your hair is good. It looked good before and after you got a haircut. It looked good curly and it looked good straight. It looked good when you woke up and when you made it. As long as it's shaped like the hair we gave girls on stick figures when we were 5 years old, we think it looks good. There is no amount of hot X that will stop us from masturbating as soon as we're alone. It's 2 separate releases and you just filled up the spank bank. We don't get the hint. Saying I almost broke my neck in the driveway is not the same as asking us to shovel it. In my mind I'm thinking thanks for the heads up, I'll be careful. Subtle hints do not work. Obvious hints do not work. Anything short of spelling it out ABC style at us will not work. When I try to pick up on hints I get it wrong almost every time. Can confirm. Source: good friend / colleague at work. Asked me if I noticed anything different about her. I said it looked like she lost weight. She followed that up with I'm 5 months pregnant. Edit. Words. Oftentimes, we genuinely don't care where we go to eat because we are just hungry and want food. Any food, as long as you eat some too. Edit. I'm glad someone liked my toilet comment enough to give me gold. I promise to use this responsibly. 99.9% of the time, I don't care. I'm not being a pushover by having you choose what to eat because I might as well fry some hot dogs and cook pasta, add ketchup and voila. Dinner. But I already know that isn't fancy enough, so you choose. Luckily, I found someone that'll actually eat that, so our days of not knowing isn't very indecisive. We just raid the cupboard and freezer and make ourselves whatever. At the urinals we typically pee on soap bars. I saw plastic mats to reduce splash damage and smell. The mental struggle we have to go through to not scratch around our groin in a public setting. It'll take 100% of my willpower to not do it. The itching can drive me insane, yet the euphoria from actually scratching it is so good. I often imagine this must be what it's like scratching a dog's ears. The nod. When you see a guy you don't know, or kind of know, but don't really know well enough to talk to walks by, you give a subtle nod of your head, which they return. I talked to my wife about it, and she confirms that women do not do this, but that they sometimes smile instead. Edit. Because it keeps coming up. Some girls also give the nod. Typically, an up nod is for your friends, and a down nod is for strangers or less than friends. This could subconsciously have to do with a baring or hiding of the throat. Thanks everyone for the comments. Edit 2. Some women nod also. I have been told no need to add another identical comment. Every guy has, at one point, used their erection to hold up a towel upon exiting the shower with an unwanted erection. If you're gonna be here you better work. No matter how you shake and dance, the last 2 drops go in your pants. As a favor, I worked on a girl's car one time and got pretty dirty. Afterwards, she asked me if I wanted to come inside and take a shower. I told her no because I hadn't brought any clean clothes to put on after the shower. She just kinda giggled. Yeah, us guys aren't exactly too bright when it comes to reading between the lines. Similar story for me. In 9th grade, my friend and I were hanging out with a third friend who was a girl I had a crush on. Eventually she invites us back to her house to continue hangs, and turns out her parents are out of town and her older brother was staying with his girlfriend, so it's just the 3 of us. We watch some hit on TV and eventually my friend says it's getting late and he has to go home, so he does, and now it's just me and her sitting on the couch watching Seinfeld. Eventually she turns to me and says, "Would you like to see my new bathing suit?" In my brain, I thought she meant she would go get it, bring it back in her hands, and hold it out, and show it to me. I really wasn't interested in that scenario, so I said nah. She said oh, okay. We watched TV for another 20 minutes then I went home. I figured out what she meant 11 years later. We desperately want you to toss us things instead of just handing them to us. When I asked my husband for confirmation on this, he said, "Okay, it's fun to catch things." I just spent the last hour shouting all of these to my husband in the other room, and him replying, "Yep. We can't move our penis without closing our butthole." Edit. Thanks for all the silver and the gold. This is really blowing up. Help, I can't stop. You just made men all over the internet clench their ass. That's power you can't buy. That when you fling your underwear off your leg and catch it, you feel like a ninja. 100% shared by both genders. Shrinkage. Like a frightened turtle. Butters. Where ya going, little fella? Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. Share in the comments some secrets that weren't mentioned in here. Thank you, and until next time.